Good morning. How we doing? We've got Mousepate. Hello. Erebright. Hello. We're both beating the alarms today. Mason. Hello. How we doing? Mousepate's got some Minecraft. Taking Scrap to the vet tomorrow. I think it's got a bowel issue, but we'll see. Poor little Scrappy. Poor little Scrappy. All right. This is what we got. Unfortunately, I didn't do a Zenithal before stream, so he's a little hard to see in the primer. But this is the art for him. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this model and we're gonna paint him like Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries, which is an anime. And I pulled up the art. It's a little goofy because Scott and I actually haven't gotten to this episode yet, but I've seen clips. This is the armor that he's in. So the plan is to kind of smush them together in a way that looks nice on the mini. But that's our inspiration here, what we're gonna be working on. Yay! I'm excited, Mousepate. Scott, hello. Thank you for lurking with Owl. That actually fits really like, yeah. Like, as soon as I saw, especially, like, the hair, like, I'm like, that's just Jinshi, so let's just paint him as Jinshi. So that's what we're gonna do. What are you guys up to today? What have we got going on this weekend? I think I might start with the skin tone, because the rest of what we're gonna start with is a little dark. That'll help brighten them up a little bit, so it's a little easier to see. Yeah, I didn't think to Zenithal until, like, right before stream. I'm like, ah, well. Ah, well. Is what it is. Well, we'll figure it out with color instead. Just sometimes a little hard to see on camera. Till we get the, like, highlights and stuff started. So I try not to just leave him as primer, because that black just... he turns into the void. I'm trying to get stuff off my desk. I have a lot of half-finished stuff I'm trying to finish. I rearranged my room, and I found so many projects that are, like, I don't know, 80% done. So it's like, I've kind of put them together in a spot, and I kinda wanna just have them on hand for streams. One of them I pulled out is the chariot for my Iron Hills dwarves for Middle-earth, because we got, like, so close to finishing it, and I just didn't. Just didn't. I can't be as our hobby. Been building terrain recently. I mean, that is hobby. That is hobby, yeah. So you're doing the thing still. Still doing the thing. I keep finding stuff I forgot about. Yeah, I kinda had the same thing. Where, like, I was just going through stuff, and it's like, "Oh, yeah, like, we were working on this, I was really excited about this," and then I just, forgot, got distracted, whatever. Intended to finish it off stream, never did. That type of stuff. So, I think I'm just gonna kinda keep them on hand, and then if there's, like, a good day to do that, we'll do that. But I was a little sad some of them were still, just waiting. Oh, right now, not hopping, gotcha. I see. I see, I see. Well, maybe later. I feel that, though. I have not been wanting to hobby outside of, like, commissions and stuff, so it's been, basically just stream. I come on here and I hobby with you guys, but that's all I've really been doing. I've been video gaming instead. Magic the Gathering, that kind of stuff. I haven't wanted to hobby. I've been reading a lot more because, the world's kind of in flames at the moment, so I've been reading a lot. That's, breaks are good. With us kinda, like, breaking up with Warhammer, I don't know how much more of it I can do. I'm trying to figure that out for myself, I think, which is unfortunate, but's how it's going. I didn't get corn red out. I got all of the other reds out, I didn't get... oh, no. Let me get that real quick. Nothing means when I pull a full screaming bell out of my Skaven door. I feel pressure to get a lot done before fall in school. That makes sense, yeah. When you've got a schedule you're trying to beat like that can be difficult. Obviously, I've got, like, commissions, so I finish up those nights, so I feel like I got a couple days to kinda chill, but I'm gonna get back to it probably tomorrow. Wasted Mind, hello, how are ya? Emote's still adorable, thank you for the bits. How's your weekend? We are painting Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. I'm stealing this Kingdom Death mini to make Jinshi. Riot, hello, how are ya? Not gonna lie, with the changes to 30K, I'm out. Just done. I'll probably mess with models and buy the occasional whatever, but yeah. It's it's so hard. Like, it's just been so weird. I don't know how else to put it. I know I've said it on here, and I was telling a friend that, like, it just feels like I like a bad breakup with Warhammer. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm taking it very well. And obviously, like, this is a big part of my job, so, like, it's difficult to navigate through that, but it's just been weird. I don't really know how to deal with it, I guess. Would they do the 30K? They're getting the new edition where they've added so I don't play Heresy, but they've just added a whole bunch of other stats and feels like they're making it more confusing. Which is, kind of the opposite of what a lot of us want. Okay. In the art, he's got the red underneath. I don't know that I'm sold on it on this many. I'm looking at it again. I wonder if I use. Well, no, he's got the gold trim. I'm gonna trust the press. I'm gonna keep going. I don't super love the red, but maybe it'll come together when we get the blue one. GW burnt my last bridge. I'm not burning minis, but I'm a grown ass person. I need out of this relation. Yeah. That's kind of how I feel. Like I've already sold some Tyranid. I think I'm gonna sell some more here. Get them listed. Just, I don't know, throw a bunch of shit on eBay. I heard you like leadership, have 4 more. Yeah, like it's kind of wild how much they added. Like, for what? Just, I don't know. Just feels like they're going the wrong way for me. Just not interested anymore. They've redone it entirely again, but the main thing is the future for yet more editions and books has me done. When was the last edition? Was it 3 or 4 years ago? I feel like 3 years is the cycle. Hey, Black Skull, welcome in. Saxon Mine trying to clear out is like they're waiting online in a miniature painting DMV. Welcome in. How are you? Okay. I gotta get this blue on before I decide what we're doing this red. If we don't like the red, I would probably just do the white from the art, but like the red trim or something. I'm not sold just yet. I know that that's his armor, but I'm not sold just yet. Let's go ahead and start getting some of the blue on. There, I think, yeah, we do not need a cycle. Need them to make the freaking minis stop messing with the game. I understand it from, like, they wanna keep things fresh, and obviously, like, they're just going more tournament. I just don't think of Heresy for tournament, but it's just the way they've decided to go, unfortunately. And for some of us, that means it's not the way we wanna play. And that's tricky when we're already so invested. Tricky. No, you're good, Massmate. We're on the same page. I don't know how to handle it. I don't have any better advice. We're definitely on the same page, though. And I think, unfortunately for me, it's kinda leaking over to mini painting in general, where it's just like, I just don't enjoy this the way that I used to. And that makes me sad. I don't know about this armor. I hear it's definitely vibe. Yeah, it's been tough to, like, put to words, I think. Let's see, not bad. Dealing with crazy weather here. Working on ReaperCon entry. We're gonna finish in my Orcs. Oh, for Rivenstone. Very nice. Yeah, good luck with ReaperCon stuff. Are we feeling good? I'll get done before ReaperCon. That's what, Labor Day weekend? Okay, he's also got this little bit here, which we need to figure out. I feel like it's still the blue, but it just won't get the trim. We'll try it. If it needs to go gold, do that later. Cassiodorus, welcome in. How are you? Just wait till they decide horse racing needs to be mega competitive. Yep, it's I just feel like they're going the opposite direction of what I want. So maybe it's just time to cut my loss, You know what I might do? Maybe it's white top. Oh, he's turning very America if I do that. I was gonna say maybe we keep the red for the pants, but I'm not really feeling that either. Maybe we do the white. I'm just not feeling this red. Maybe we can put the red somewhere else. It looks really funky to me. I think mostly because, like, the main image does not have as much red. I'll pull it back up. Yeah, it's just underneath. Okay, when it dries, we're gonna go back to white. I'm not feeling it. I think the red looks really weird. Oh, Felix has the zoomies. The zoomies are the best. I'm pretty sure I'll finish for ReaperCon. Doing one of their new busts, the Gnome King. Lots of details. So far, so good. That's awesome. I'm glad they're doing more busts. It's been a little bit since I've looked at Reaper, but I'm glad they're doing more of it. I'm also gonna grab one of these. Good, making some breakfast. How's everyone in chat? I'm doing all right. We had a super lazy day yesterday. We did like a couple errands first thing in the morning before it got too hot. And then we were just playing video games. I read my book. We watched Apothecary Diaries. I did make chicken katsu with our curry for the first time last night, and that was really good. We used the air fryer and made that. So we ate a bunch of curry, and then we were super lazy. It was really nice. And what have you guys been up to this weekend? I'm still playing Rune Factory from when we streamed that the other week, I guess now. I ended up liking that game a lot more than I thought I would. Honestly, it's kind of hitting like Animal Crossing did with COVID, where it's really cute and like not a whole lot of brain power. So like with everything going on right now, it's just a nice little escape in the evening. So I've been playing a lot more of it than I expected to play, honestly. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. Sounds really good. Yeah. Destroying my hand playing PoE. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. How's the new league? Sounds like it's good then. As it is, I took a chill weekend, playing around with CapCut and social media stuff. Nice, nice. Well, Greedy Raven, thank you so much for that sub for 78 months of support. How are you today? Thank you, thank you. How goes the weekend? Oh god, he's looking... These are some colors on him right now. He's looking a little rough. We gotta get this red out of here, chat. This is too much. Too much. Got too many colors going on. Oh, it's good. Running around with the super tanky mercenary. Oh, there's multiple auras to boost my character. Very cool. Glad you're enjoying it. At some point, I'll give 2 another chance. Maybe. I need to go back. Monster Hunter has a new thing for the little palicos. A little sad Monster Hunter doesn't have more content. Like, I know we're supposed to get something here soon, but this game has just not had as much as the other ones, and I'm sad about it. They're getting, like, review bombed on Steam for... One, it's not optimized on PC, which, obviously, review bomb that. But, like, just no content compared to the other games. It's very weird. I don't know why they went this route, but I do want to get the little palico armor. Won't take long. The weekend is weekending. Been cleaning the hobby area. Let's go. Getting ready to work on something greedy. What we got on the table? What's everyone working on this weekend? What projects have we got? I mentioned that I finished those nights, so I've kind of taken a little bit of a break. But I did do a shit ton of airbrushing the other day. So I got him primed. I got that other Kingdom Death lady that we built primed. Got the next round of Imperial Fist to yellow. Got clear coats on those nights so I can get photos. And then that was kind of it for this week. Then we had Scott had Thursday off, so we did some errands and haven't gotten back to hobby just yet until now. I saw Monster Hunter Wild is mostly negative now on Steam. Yeah. It's unfortunate, but we'll see what Capcom does about it. But yeah, there's just no content compared to the other games. Which makes me sad because I do want to play it more, but been playing Tainted Grail. Damn you, Nikki. I need to get back to it. Like I said, I didn't expect to like Rune Factory as much, but I do want to get back to Tainted Grail. It's very good. He says, heavens no, just cleaning. That's fair. Tony, welcome in. How are you? Guys, we are cleaning, organizing, work on some Necron ships for a BFG campaign. Okay, I know that you had mentioned BFG. I don't think I asked what faction you had. Necrons. Okay. That sounds pretty neat. I'm gonna go back over. Oh, okay. Automatically, I like this better. That red was too much. I was trying so hard to stay like accurate to the character, but it wasn't working on this one. We'll pull the red somewhere else. Oh, thank you for reminding me. I have some airbrushing doing the Rivenstone Undead boss. Let's go. Let's get it. Get that airbrushing done. I think I figured out that with I rearranged my room. I'm not gonna leave my airbrush set up. So I actually have like a card table behind me. And I think I'm just gonna set that up like Thursday's usually my day where it's just commissions. So I'll just do like all of it that day. And then I can tear it back down for the week. So I think that's what I've decided to do. So there's not enough space up here. But I need the L desk or I go crazy. I think I've decided I'm gonna make it like a temporary thing. I like my stupid ropets. I think, I guess with BFG, what factions would be available? I've not played other than like a little bit of the computer game, but I was really bad at it. I had a hard time navigating the ships. What are kind of the more unique factions for BFG? Or is it kind of the standard? I know Chaos is in there. Anyone else playing any video games? Got Tainted Grail, PoE. The other game I started and I want to get back to is I started 13 Sentinels on the Switch, and that's been very good, but I just got distracted. Which I feel like is just my answer for a lot of things right now, is I'm getting distracted. Imperials, Marines, Eldar, Orcs, Chaos were the main ones. They did Necrons and Nids. Imperium in a few flavors, Dark Eldar, Chaos, Necrons, Tau, Tyranids, and Orkies. Nice. I think that's, yeah, I never know if, like, they're gonna include Eldar or... I'm trying to think what Tyranids would have. That sounds interesting. I'll have to look that up later. See what the Tyranids get. Okay, I already feel better about that chat, getting that red out of here. Now, zoom in a little bit. Oh, all good. Let's get more of our blue now that we feel better about that. Now that we're feeling better, I'll finish the rest of the blue that I didn't get to. Trying to think what else is going on. Yeah, it was just nice to have a lazy day yesterday. Definitely needed it. I started reading If We Were Villains, which is kind of a dark academia with Shakespeare. And I'm not super familiar with Shakespeare stuff, so there's definitely things that I've almost looked up because I wasn't sure. But it's been pretty good so far. I think I'm a third of the way-ish through it. Anyone else reading anything good right now? I don't think book friends are in the chat just yet, but whenever I catch myself doom scrolling, I've been trying to pull up my book. I've been doing like a paperback and then my Kindle because the Kindle I can read on the treadmill. So I try to kind of keep two going all the time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do, I guess this would be blue. I guess we should do all blue and then the gold can just sit on top for anything we pick for that. The trim for his armor and the reference, there's also a little bit of a dark blue, like a navy, used as the trim, so we'll kind of wing it as we go here if we feel like we need the navy. Oh, I am off can. Thank you. New setup. Let me adjust here. It's because I zoomed in. I got overconfident. Thank you for letting me know. But yeah, we'll bring in that navy. Yeah, Tyranids. I was trying to think what Tyranids would get for the Gothic. Okay. That looks better. Well, I guess we need to figure out sword too. Does he have a I'm assuming he's got oh yep, there's that red again. Okay, it's not the sword itself, but he does have it's gold and the navy blue again. Okay. There's that red again. There's some weird rules. It's like basic ships, but they have add-ons to them. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, that sounds cool. I'm gonna take that red and we're gonna do like the cloth up front, I think. Whoa. Then I'm gonna smack my mic. Getting used to a new setup is rough. I was in that other spot for a good amount of time. I'm struggling here today. Sorry. Bear with me. Gotta clean up stuff a bit. Trying to sort out the gaming. Sounds good. Thanks for lurking. We'll just be here painting. Let's see, on Wednesday we played the game Date Everything, which was a lot of fun. I've not played any more just yet, but I do plan to. But that was pretty fun. Thanks everyone who joined in for game time. He's got this red like detail. Hey. Hey. Have you tried not punch fighting your microphone? I just want to punch slam. Hello. How are you? I have not. Thank you. Thank you for your suggestion. I will put it back in the suggestion box. What you up to today? I'm trying to get this mini sorted out. Go ahead and do this red too. That looks better. We had too much red earlier. You're so welcome. Why does the suggestion box have a label on the side that says in center? Don't worry about that. I just, I like to collect stickers. And that's just, that's where it ended up. Just like stickers. But it'll go right back in there, safe and sound. We are working on this miniature, but we're making it Apothecary Diaries. So I'm painting it as Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries, who is this person. So I'm trying to kind of mishmash his armor and the art armor. I think we're getting there. It was far too much red when we started. Now we're feeling better. You made you know. Let's go to prison suggestion for feedback. Get some more red. And then we probably need to work on that armor some more. Looks good, thank you. Taking a break for some late lunch, then back to work. I'm gonna be working all day today. Slam has been busy. Oh, I don't think I told chat. Slam and I finished Yu-Gi-Oh! It was very weird. Very weird not having Yu-Gi-Oh! To watch. But we finished it. I think the wildest part is it just kind of ended. They didn't give us like a wrap-up episode or anything. It was just like, okay, we're done. Bye. We finished Yu-Gi-Oh! Fair thumbs up. Deuces. It was fun. I'm glad we watched it. On to the next insanity. Anyone else watching anything good right now? We got chat. Can take off. Sounds good here, Bray. Have a good one. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. I didn't get the brown for our... It's got like wrapped armor on the side. Get that in a little bit. I still can't cover Tails running headfirst in the sphere realm. He's just not that into you, right? I just... Like, it's fine if there's like the... I don't know how they would do it. The like romantic subplot or whatever, but like... Doing it at the very end felt very David Cage. Like, I get it. Just all of a sudden. All of a sudden. I love you, Hatton, that's right. That's what it felt like. That's what it felt like. Raven Lord, good morning. How are you? We are working on some Kingdom Death today. I still owe you guys a Ludba stream. I'm gonna go through the pinup minis and pick out some fun ones. It just means I have to get the tub O Kingdom Death out to do that. But I do owe you guys a Ludba day. But for now, we're gonna paint Jinshi. Alright, he's starting to come together. I still don't know what to do about these, like, under armor thingies. I'm gonna go ahead and do blue for now, just so they have a color. And then... Oh my goodness, Sarge! Hello! Thank you so much for the bits, I appreciate it. How are you? What are you up to today? We're painting some Kingdom Death. How have you been? We've just been gaming and hiding from the heat, because it's getting gross outside now. And it's about to keep getting more gross. Alright. I think I need to find that brown for the wraps. Let me find that real quick. I got too much paint. Actually, I'm gonna grab that for his hair, because it's pretty. I'm not looking forward to the heat. No. It's, no. Basically, anything we, like, need done outside, we're trying to do, like, right now, because I won't be able to here in a couple weeks. Busy, yard work, working, 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 very little time to hobby. Well, I hope you get some time to yourself here soon. Sounds like it's been very busy indeed. Hope you get some time. Alright, here we go. This is doing pretty good. Got my copy of the new Kakardon's book, the Night Codex, and less important thing. Having a lazy weekend with the girlfriend, still lock in my next paint project later. Did I see that was the Space Wolf box? The less important thing? I think that's what I saw. Did you, okay, so you're still deciding next paint project? That's hard when you've got all that to choose from. I was gonna say, if you're, like, cruising on the Trench Crusade, maybe it's good to keep cruising, but you need a break. I might be a little biased, but Space Wolves would be pretty sick. I need to have ReaperCon coming up fast. Do you have some entries you're trying to finish as well? Black Skull in chat's also working on ReaperCon. Sure was. Impulsive treat for myself after paying all my taxes and bills. I feel that. Sometimes you need a little treat. We, Sky and I both do this, where we will save money for, like, a long time. We won't spend money on, like, anything. But then, like, 1 week, something will come out that we want, and then we end up spending more money than we probably would've if we had been spending money the whole time. We kinda did that with the Final Fantasy Magic cards, so now we're trying to rein it back in a bit, but we got the things we wanted. It's just really funny because we both do it. We'll spend, like, no money, and then all of a sudden we've spent way too much money. So I guess it evens out, but who knows? Who knows? I've always been that way too. It's either that or the new Night Kit. The Wolves box is only $40 more for some unexplainable reason. Well, it's got the codex and stuff in it, right? Oh, that's how it always goes for me. I can go for a while without spending money, and then poof, 1 week I spend it all. Yeah, okay, good. It's not just us. Like, I'm kinda glad we both do it, because then it's like, I don't know. You kind of understand that that's what's happening, but like, if one of us didn't, I think that would be a kind of a red flag to the other person, but we both do it. I think it does help a little bit. Alright. I feel like maybe we bring up the hair a little bit. That purple is very dark. I pulled out royal purple, which is very pretty. I'm gonna see if that's what we're looking for. More commentary in a single night is almost the same cost. Oh, it's a full army box. Yeah, like I figured that was part of what you were saying. But they always do that to get you in. Those army boxes to get you in have always been a thing. Wait, so mine, what's up? Oh, purple, yes, yes, yes. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. We're gonna royal purple it up. You know, honestly, the hair, very fern-like. Very fern-like. Oh, come on. Of course I want this color, and it's fighting me. Kinda at the end of the bottle here. Come on. Gosh darn it. You're making me look stupid in front of my friends' paint. She's on my desk. So many legs. She's just skittering around. When you're not looking, she's skittering across your desk. Spider fern. Spider fern. Does whatever a spider fern can do. Alright, let's get this thinned out a tiny bit. And then hopefully that hair will be easy for you guys to see. A sleeping skittering sound. So I decided if I want to expand the wolves box into a full army, or just pick up all the new kits so I don't have to paint multiple things across the Raven Guard now wolves. Might be a... I feel like maybe that's a good place to start, and then you feel like you need to fill anything in, then grab the others, or the more, like, generic Space Marine stuff. Might be a good way to do it, Raven Lord. Maybe a good place to start. One scheme, all models. Twist scheme. Trying to think, because, like, with what we've seen for the wolves, it would be picking up, but like, intercessors, things like that. Things to kind of, well, try to remember what was in the box. So I think you got like a troop equivalent. I can't remember what it was. Wolves have been known to partner with ravens, IRL, yep. It is blood claws, okay. Couldn't remember. That is kind of you can dip into like the Norse mythology, which you would with Space Wolves anyway. Bringing in the ravens would be good. Odin did have 2 ravens, yep. If you get the new Njal, he's got his bird. I think the bird is with the new. I need to look at it again. He's always had his bird. His raven. I think it's even like a cyber raven. I think it has one of the like radar eyes. Back to the art. Just wanted to say hi. Have a great stream. It's so good to see you. I hope you get some time to yourself. Glad you're keeping busy though. We'll catch you later. Bye, Sarge. Thank you for the support. Stay cool out there. Don't know how gross it's supposed to get today. I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can. I'm gonna stay right in here. I did my time outside yesterday. No more. No more. I do have to work out today, and I'm dreading it, honestly. It's so hard to work out when it's hot. I'm dreading that later, but I need to. I'm gonna do Heresy Scheme 2, maybe a bit darker gray than yours. Yeah, I already have the Forge World decals. Do it. Do it. They look so sick in the gray. My completely unbiased opinion is they look sick in the gray. And I think it leans more into that, like, that theme that you're talking. If you're going for Space Vikings, I think the gray just works better. Though I kind of like what they did with the, I know we meme on them, the Hounds of Morkai, where it's the darker blue-gray. I do think that looks nice. Even though the units, whatever. I do think that scheme is great. I think that looks nicer. Okay, I've got a royal purple. We're gonna need a highlight though, and I'm trying to decide how I want to do that. I don't think I want to go magenta, but maybe. Let's try. I don't think Gene Stealer is what I'm looking for. I also pulled out one of the burgundies. Maybe magenta is the way to go. Deciding. I kind of want to thin this with white first and see where that gets us. I feel like there's another burgundy too that they did, and I don't remember the name of it. Well, let's get the white and see where that gets us. Go ahead and grab pink too. We could try. See if we like that. What the heck's my magenta? Well, maybe we won't try it because I can't find it. Oh, nope. Gosh. I gotta go through all these paints, chat. I'm also dreading that. There we go. Now that we've rearranged the desk, I gotta go through these paints because there's definitely paints that have been sitting in here, like, just collecting dust. They're bad by this point. They've been sitting for too long. All right. First, I want to try just white with the purple that we did. Let's see where that gets us. Just gonna try mixing a few colors. See what I like. That is very pretty. Let's try that first. I actually kind of got close to the Gene Stealer, which I didn't initially like, but I'm gonna mix that with the magenta. Could work for a bit, sounds good. Hounds of Murkai's scheme is sharp. Still want to do it for a kill team, but it's a back burner project. That's a good place to give it a try, too. Kill team. Thank you, friend, for hanging out today. This week on stream, we're going to be working on probably a little bit more of Kingdom Death. And then probably that next batch of Imperial Fists. So getting, I think we had Infernus Marines, Heavy Intercessors. What else is in this batch? I'm finishing up some Aggressors and some Bikes this week. So we'll just get the next units ready to roll. Alright, I'm going to try this highlight with a little bit of magenta and see if we like it. We'll have to blend it into what we've got, but I'll go ahead and try and blend on the bangs here and see if I like it. I think that'll work, yeah. And then this week we're going to be playing Fantasy Life on Wednesday. Terrea was very sweet and gifted that, and I definitely want to check it out. I'm trying to finish Rune Factory's story this week so we can play Fantasy Life on Wednesday. I don't have too many games going at the same time. We'll see if I can do it. been very fun, but I've just got so many games I want to play. Taking a break from commissions today, then. Are the nights all boxed up? I need to get photos, and then they will be boxed up. Yeah. With Scott having the day off yesterday, I'm a little behind. But then they'll be headed home. And then we start another set of nights. Yeah, drop kicked out of the house, exactly. Later. Yeah, then we start the Day of the Dead nights. We'll take a tiny break here in between, and then we'll start those. To be fair, you just said you'd build in paint. You never said you wouldn't dropkick. That's true. It's not on the quote. That's not one of the agreements. Sass waste of mine. Beheading is free. Dropkick is free. It's turning out to be a pretty color. Kind of wish I had it like just as a paint. I mean, it is close to Jean Taylor. It's just a little bit more pink. Jean Taylor. Or embarrassment. Oh. When I go back and look at my clips, that one still makes me laugh every single time. Me breaking her little head off. Oh. I guess with the view count, it's higher up on my clip page. Makes me laugh every time. Mostly how I tell you to look away immediately. Like, don't even, nope, stop. That and the stupid vase from Ace Attorney. Whenever I'm looking through clips, I'll still watch that one. That stupid thing. Truly a gamer moment. It's probably for the best we don't play those here on stream anymore. I don't like my heart could handle it. Probably for the best. Alright, oops. Clean that up. Okay. I feel like he's still looking weird on stream. I'm trying to figure out what I need to paint to make him look a little less weird. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna pull out one of the Skaven colors to shade the cloth. Let me get that real quick. The Skaven colors have a little bit of gray and brown to them, which is nice for a shade. I think that's the one I want. I never measure which one's the brighter of the two. Okay, with this. Look for calls sounds good, Slam. Alright. Try and get as much done as we can before Slam gets back. My friends and I recently finished Thunderfolk for PS5. You're able to use our phones as controllers. A pretty good turn-based game. I think I've looked at that before. Maybe I need to look at it again. That's really cool when they do the phone as controllers to like hop in with more people. I was trying to think if there's any other like co-op games I'm looking forward to. I feel like Monster Hunter's just been like Slam and I'll play that. We ended up not getting the new Elden Ring game because it's not quite what we play those games for. So I haven't checked that out. Whenever the new Gears of War is getting a remaster, I think whenever that comes out, I'd like to play that. See if Slam wants to play with me. Chat, what are some of your favorite, like, co-op games? It's all animal-based characters. We kept remarking out some graphics for my great minis. I think we have a problem. We did the same. Specifically Elden Ring, and then I went all in on the Kickstarter, so I get it. I get it. We played, Tainted Grail here on stream, the video game. And then we went back to look at their tabletop games, too. Which, the one that we had seen with cool minis wasn't actually Tainted Grail, it was the, Ether Fields, I think is what it's called. Which had kinda mixed reviews, so we ended up not picking it up, but it's all, like, Awakened Realms and very cool stuff. Just unfortunately, the game itself wasn't reviewing super great. But kinda the same boat, and just cool in mini form. Helldivers? I'm a simple person. Let's read tabletop, I really like Pandemic. I've heard good things about Helldivers. I know that I would get bored with it, but I'm glad that it's doing well. How are you? Jesse, thank you so much for that sub. For 57 months of nerdin'. Thank you so much, I appreciate it. How are you? We are painting some Kingdom Death, and I'm using an anime reference as we go here. So this is Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. I think I'm gonna start the gold trim is what I want to do. What are you up to today? How's the weekend going? Alright, let's go ahead and start. Doing fine, getting through the interesting times. Long weekend has been good. I'm glad long weekend is good. I definitely feel that. I was struggling a bit the other day. I've been diving into video games here. I hope we get to live through less interesting times here. I'm tired of the interesting times. I'd like to go back to the boring times. Well, I feel that. We're happy to have you. Alright. So let me show you guys what we've got here. So my reference is this fella, Apothecary Diaries. We tried to do more of the red and it looked weird. So basically what I'm doing is a mashup of his armor and the box art armor for like what makes sense and what looks cool where. So the gold trim that I'm doing is from his, but there's actually gold trim in both. So it's working out nicely for this piece. And we're just gonna kind of work our way around and where it makes sense at in the gold. I need to make sure my work presentation for tomorrow is good. Oh, but I picked up Breath of the Wild for the first time in like 3 years and finally finished it. Congrats! That's awesome. Congrats, congrats. Got the, that final push to get through it. Alright, Tears of the Kingdom. Let's go. Oh, just kidding. Unless you do intend to go right to the next one. I was kind of thinking of picking up the, like the Dynasty Warriors, but Zelda. Hyrule Warriors. I was thinking about picking that up. I had tried, like, the demo for it for, like, a long time ago, and it was fun. I think they have another one coming out. I was considering it. That and I just, you know, looking for excuses to get more things on my Switch. Now that we have it. It's just nice to play on. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do all the gold. Obviously, we'll come back and kinda non-metallic this up later, but for now, just trying to get it all sketched in where it needs to be. We'll see when I play next. I'm a bad single-player gamer, but I was thinking of playing Last of Us after finishing the show. Oh, I need to go back and watch Season 2, I haven't watched any of it yet. Yeah, it's interesting. I'm very much a single player um gamer. I know Slam's kind of that same boat, so I still try and find multiplayer stuff for us, but I am also someone who's happy sitting down and just playing through something when I got time. Chat, are you more of a single player or a multiplayer type gamer? Where my gamers at? Part of it for me is I just grew up playing mostly single player too. So like if I want to relax at the end of the day, I'm not worrying about like other people having to be on or like having to deal with other people. I mean, Slam and we're pretty good co-op buddies, but like outside of that, it's just another thing that has to get scheduled. Multiplayer co-op is my jam. Skew stab with buds, yeah. All right, let me get it. Do multiplayer games, but often mostly single player MMOs, ARPGs, yeah. So there are other people, but you're still playing independently, or like as just a part of the group that doesn't necessarily need to be on voice or something like that. That's my biggest thing is like I'm just relaxing for the night. I don't have to organize it sometimes. Sometimes I just want to chill. My recent two favorite games would be Cyberpunk and Divers. So both I'm pulled away from PvP games, but I love co-op and solo star games. Yeah. I would say I don't like specifically PvP for the most part. Sometimes there's a game where I do enjoy it, but I would usually pick co-op over it in general, as opposed to just straight PvP. Even if people playing Helldivers right now, if someone says they're going to be on a given night, usually at least 1 to 2 people join. I kind of wanted to, I'll be honest, I wanted like our Discord when like Monster Hunter came out. I wanted to kind of make our squad be something like that. And there just hasn't been enough content for it. I'm a little sad. That's part of what I'm not digging about the Monster Hunter updates. It's too slow and it's not enough to actually like have a group to play. It's unfortunate. Because like Slam and I'll get on and we'll do the new stuff in like under an hour. Like you're not grinding enough stuff. It's pretty easy and there's just not enough of it. So it feels silly getting like everyone together for something that's really not difficult. Just beat the ever loving Jesus out of a chicken. Okay, let's get behind his sword is being kind of tricky. Get all that trim work. I think the last game that we had where it was like a group of us were playing and you could kind of rotate people in and out was like Destiny 1. I miss Destiny 1 still quite a bit. Just doing like the raids and stuff. Our group was really big into Destiny and then kind of fell apart after that, unfortunately. This tarp armor plate doesn't actually have a trim, but I'm gonna paint it in anyway because I think it'll look nicer. Still trying to decide for like these I think we keep it the blue. Maybe that's where we do the navy. I'll do that. We'll put the navy on those. I pulled out. Let's do Cantor blue and see if we like that. Think you can still play Destiny 1? Yeah, but you're not getting anything new, you know? It's the same raids and strikes and stuff as however many years ago. This is actually gonna. What should I make? Oh, for brekkie is the question. What are the options? I made some protein muffins the other day, and those have been helping me a lot. Because it's not eggs. So tired of eggs. Probably people like Destiny. I play a lot of OG Warframe, preferred Space Ninjas, crazy powers, like spam versus armor dudes with guns. They really get to use power. It's for me, it's the Halo gunplay. It is still like my favorite of the shooters I have played. It feels the nicest. I actually did I said I don't really play a lot of PvP. I actually liked Destiny 1 PvP. Like I would play it for especially Iron Banner and like the special events. Yeah, it felt the best to me as part of it. See, and I got bored watching Scott play Warframe, so it's just different. But if you play Destiny 2, you get Destiny 1 to play. Wait, yeah, nah. Nah. I played Destiny 2 at launch, and that was about it, honestly. That's about it. Play Destiny 2 is going, I might prefer that dependability. Yeah, you just don't get anything new. Actually, can you still play 1? Or did they... I mean, when do you kill the servers at that point? The delayed marathon indefinitely. Good. If that game sees the light of day, that'll be surprising to me, I think. I think it's gonna end up a Concord. I used to go Warframe grind frame, yeah. I think it's really cool what Warframe does as far as like community support and stuff, but I would get bored very quickly. Titan, welcome in. How are you? Pink Plata and a friend are doing a 33,000 point game today. I posted pics in the general chat. Probably should have posted. That's okay. I'll definitely check that out here after stream. That's 3 mastodons on the board. That's wild. I hope you guys have so much fun. Tell them I say hi, and I hope it's fun. I'm gonna be working on Plata's Nights here very soon. I finished up the first night project, and his are up next. I hope you guys have so much fun. That's wild. It'll come out. Yeah, I think it'll. If it ends up being a Concord, Bungie should be dead. Yeah, I think it'll come out, but I think it'll flop. Unfortunately, just with everything around it. I don't know how it goes well. I don't like saying that. Like I always want devs to do well, but man, there's too much around it for it to. I just can't see it going well, you know? Call John, welcome in. How are you? And an auto fire. Hello, how are we doing? In my completely unbiased opinion, as an official Warframe content creator, Warframe best game. How are you? Yeah, I wish I liked it more, honestly. Because I think it is really cool what they do with the community. I just can't do grindy games. Can't do it. Like, Confurioso was asking if I'd be back to Space Marine 2 with the Horde mode. It's like, I'll probably be back for a bit. I just won't go as crazy about it as other people, because I can only do it for a little bit until I get bored again. That's just me. I can't do the grind anymore. But take your time. And hello. I'm excited to start. I did a little bit of freehand with the Sisters Night, and I'm excited to do some more. Okay, that's helping. Getting this highlight on. A Bungie restructuring would only lead to them taking the lesson. When you steal art, use AI to hide. I think that's the thing. It's like if we just let them, we let them get away with stealing art. Like that's not okay. there's a lot going on with Marathon that I don't think I've really seen another company have to deal with yet, so. I mean, I'll be avoiding it like the plague, but we'll see. We'll see how many other people are also avoiding it like the plague. That virus just got super dehydrated last week. Lost 5 pounds of water weight. Ended up with a 2-day migraine. All better now. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Glad you're feeling better now. That's awful. Yeah, dehydration is no joke. I don't deal well with heat, and I also get dehydrated very easily. So I've been there and it sucks. I'm glad you're feeling better now. Part of why I hate summer so much is I can't handle it. I'm not built for it. Must get to it now. I was gonna say, you're gonna need all day to play through that many points. Have a good one. We'll see you later. Yeah, I'll definitely check out the Pixar after stream. Have a good one. It's gonna be an all-day game for sure. Chat, what's the largest point game you've played? I hosted an APOC game forever ago, and I don't remember how many points it was. But that would definitely be the biggest I have done. Squeezel, hello, how are you? Their art thing's a disaster and incredibly sad. There's so many great artists at Bungie and Stellar. Yeah, that's like you've got the people. And yet I'm built for exactly 74 degrees. No more, no less. I feel that. I feel that. Alright, we need to shade our red, and I'm trying to decide if we shade. I feel like we shade with purple. We've got purple on him. Let's use the purple as our shade. Keep that royal color as a shade for our red. This is the 4th or 5th time. Oh, they've been caught stealing art. I think I've missed a couple then. It's too bad. Like, why? And at the same time, yeah, why do we keep letting them get away with this? I played 6K versus 6K and 40K as a 1v1 during 9th. We did an 8K versus 8K as a 2v2. I love doubles games. They're so much fun. I wish doubles were more of a thing for, like, events and things. I would play more, if there were more doubles. Like, team and group games are just way more fun, I think. Okay, I'm trying to decide the trim around this, if I want that to also be yellow, or if that's gonna be too much. I'll come back because it's gonna dry anyway, but trying to decide as we move around here. Need to touch up his hair a bit. Well, chances I played a 5K point game at one point between me and a friend. It's fun getting those points where you can, like, take all the big toys. What armies do you have, Tall Child? Welcome in. I've got my first army was Space Wolves. I've also got Tyranid, I've got Eldar, and then Sigmar side, I've got Skaven, Slanesh, and Seraphon. Unfortunately, I'm a little burnt out on Warhammer at the moment, so I'm not playing much, but we still paint a fair amount here on stream. Welcome on in. Gave up on cleaning, too depressed. I'm gonna hide in the hole, i.e. Minecraft. I feel that. That's okay. That's what the weekends are for, right? We rest. That is also important, as getting the rest. Hasbro lifted the design of a fan-made Nerf blaster to make an official one. Oh, we need more yellow. I'm fighting this color. All of my, like, initial model colors, so not the ones of the new line, like, down to the end of bottles, and I'm getting sad about it. Because it means I have to either find a replacement in another line or get the new formula model color, which I don't like as much. But they're all getting close to the end of the bottles. Sad times. This one specifically I use for the Imperial Fist, so I will have to order the new formula to keep the color as close as I can. But having to replace all these empty bottles is rough. Iron Warriors, Necron's Guard. For Heresy, also have Solar Auxilia, Fantasy Gobbles, and Warriors of Chaos. Welcome on in. I'm trying to think what I've seen people working on. I feel like it's been a lot of knights here lately that people are working on. Obviously with new codexes and things. People hopping into Space Wolves. Cassiodorus was working on Battlefleet Gothic earlier. Pretty cool. Oh my goodness, what's happening? So, Silent Bloom, welcome in. Welcome in, and how was your stream? What were you up to today? Oh, my bot's not telling me what you guys were up to. What are we up to today? Welcome, welcome. We are working on, this is from Kingdom Death. And this is the art that it comes with. So here is the Lunar Twilight Knight. We've decided to make him Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. So that is what I'm trying to get kind of started and base coated on right now. So that's what we got. That's the plan. Runan, welcome in. How are you today? So trying to get all of our base colors started. How was your stream? What were you up to? Plus a knight and a titan for good measure. Yeah, of course. Of course, of course. Yeah, how was your stream? Ooh, a wyvern? Tell me more. Tell me more. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the red a little bit. I'm trying to just lighten them up so you guys can see them a little better. All these dark base coats, he's a little tough to see at the moment. Another pot to throw away. Love to see it. We're just, going through my paints together. Celebrate! Dirkle, welcome in. How are ya? We vibing. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to find a red that'll work with us. What are we up to? Chat, is there anything we're working on? What projects have we got, Raiders? Assembling a wyvern. What is that from? What brand we working with? We vibing. How are you? Pretty good here. I am just trying to get... Okay, I showed you this is the box art. If you don't know the character I'm talking about, this is the character. So you can kind of see the mission, see the vision. Basically, he needed purple hair, and he's close. But that's the plan here. We're trying to start some of our layers and highlights to lighten them up. Uh-oh, so many Votan. That's what you're working on? Are you doing like a full army at this point? Welcome, welcome. Army painting is rough when you've just got that much stuff you're working on. Selling old products, painting new Sons of Horus. Let's go. We're assembling... so, excuse me. Assembling Black Sync. Oh, from Reaper. Okay, very cool. Well, welcome on in. We've got a few people here in chat who are working on ReaperCon entries, so you're probably familiar. I'd have to look up that many, but they may be familiar with that. Welcome, welcome. I really appreciate the raid. Actually, let me give you a follow. Chat, if you want to check out some more minis, some Reaper here on Twitch, make sure we give a follow. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. Before I forget, thank you, thank you. They're majority orange. Yep, I love the scheme, but orange has no chill. Yep, I painted a few for a chat member here pretty recently, and it can be rough. Orange can be tough. Honor-verse, welcome in. How are you? Orange never has chill. I feel like it's not too far off from yellow, where it's just one of those colors that you just have to do your best to try and limit your touch-ups. Make sure you get a good base coat. Just gotta be real careful with it. For better, for worse, have to be real careful with it. Orange has no chill, it's true. Would painting pink under it, like, for yellow work? For orange? I don't know. I don't know that you would see I guess, the contrast as well as if you're doing it for yellow, sorry. You could try it, though. I usually tend to do a little bit of a, either a red or like a brown for orange. One of those colors you could cheat with contrast. You could. I tend to airbrush it. I tend to just do a little bit of a white zenithal or a base coat and then airbrush it. Saves me some time, some heartache. But then coming back by hand, it's, yeah, limiting the touch-ups you have to do. It's a lot of it. I also paint green under orange if I'm painting pumpkins. Yeah, you can work with some of the contrasting colors and stuff too, depending on the vibe you're going for. Okay, I do think the outside needs to be gold. Let's do that. Gosh. Been using an airbrush, which helps with an even coat. Yeah. I think it's worth it. That and yellow. Whether you can airbrush. I glad my Tyranids are bright orange and sky blue. Airbrush mostly, but I'm using a... Excuse me. Snuck up me. Hold on. Ugh, we forgot how to breathe. Airbrush mostly using lacquer so it covers. Those Lumineth I was working on are also like that orange. And just getting the airbrush can help so much. So much easier. I don't want to sit here and paint 50 layers of orange. I just don't. Excuse you, please breathe, I'm sorry. I got it figured out in the end. Been building the Tyranid kits today. It's what, the Raveners? Trying to decide if I want to finish my Lumineth or sell them. I want to get back to them. The ones I have were gifted and it was very sweet and I really want to get back to them. That would be kind of like how I had to take Thursday as airbrush day. I would need another day. So just get a bunch of them airbrushed and bring them on. They're very fun minis. I just have not been playing. It's hard for me to work on Warhammer when I'm not playing, I found. Like, yes, there's cool display pieces, but I'm just not feeling it. The sport chimneys. Oh, and the capillary towers. Gotcha. Gotcha. Sounds like they're a cool kit. If you're enjoying them. Alright, we're gonna keep the red for the string, and we'll just make sure it's got a nice, like, shading behind it so it stands out still. Get more of our purple back there. Alright, he's also got, like, trim on the cloth, which I think maybe we'll keep the brown. I think that would be nice. Nice way to tie in the leather wraps and stuff on his arm. And some weird birthing sacks too. Ew. Ew. Some of the Tyranid stuff pretty gross. I say as a Tyranid player. Some of it's pretty gross. Sorry to rain one. No, absolutely not. I gotta cook some house guests. Enjoy. I'm gonna leave you on lurk. Hopefully get to more of your stream when I'm done. Have a good one. Enjoy time with your guests. Thank you again for the raid. I really, really appreciate it. Never feel bad about raid and run. Feel like so many of us stream until we're just dying of hunger. I get it. Have a good one. I know I do the same. Enjoy time with your guests. We'll see you later. You agreed to never comment on my birthing sacks. I sent you those pictures in confidence. Oh, dramas in the chat. Dramas? Birthing sack dramas? Yeah, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Gonna build the servitors, I think. Lots of shooty mind wipe minions. I hope you enjoy. I should have done this before the ribbons. Oh well. It's on there now. Oh well. Okay, we're getting there, chat. He's starting to look better. I showed you my Turbigon sack. Please respond. Slam, you gotta stop showing people your Turbigon sack. I mean, we talked. You gotta stop that. Ladies, I will not. Paranoia, thank you so much for that sub for 77 months of support. I appreciate that. How are you today? Sorry, I always love when we're like being especially dumb in chat and then a sub comes through. Thank you for deciding that we're your type of crazy. I appreciate it. Cracks me up every time. Thank you, thank you. I get off my Tinder profile. Like, you will not? You will not? Hey girl, you wanna be my Norn queen? Oh my goodness. Too much Riz. Too much Riz in this chat. I mean, if you're looking for a Warhammer girly, it would work. I bet it would work. I mean, see, it's working on mouse bait. Just depends what you're looking for. Resonance. Gonna keep my answers. Resonance. Oh. You know what? I'm glad you're taking it. You can tell your Blood Angel army about your resonance. Alright, we need some more gold. While I let chat sort that out. Tyranids are clearly matriarchal. Tyranid secret mission. Bring feminism to the Imperium. We could use it. We could use it. In you go. Oh, slam. Oh, slam. Alright. Looks like we got a little bit more gold to do back here. I didn't get the top of that other armor plate. Get that one over here. Starting to come together though. We also need to pull out the rest of the colors that I'm going to use for the non-metallic. So for shading all of this gold and highlighting. So do that here in a moment. Why is every pancake recipe for like 100 pancakes? I am but one man. I mean, you can keep them like in the fridge or the freezer. Have pancakes for a while. I am curious where you're looking because I usually see it for like a couple servings. And I'm curious where you're getting just bulk pancake recipe. Yeah, you could freeze them. It's one thing I don't think we actually have to worry about in the Imperium. It's obviously very equally horrible for all humans. It's bad across the board. Big true. Big true. Actually, I've done that. Freeze a few, they can reheat like a better egg. Yeah, I've seen people just straight up throw them in the toaster oven. I thought about doing it for like some protein pancakes. Just make a giant batch and have them ready to go. Is that the Tyranid Tinder profile? Likes eating, seeing new places, trying new food. Every like is just also relating to food. Cooking, trying new recipes. I'm gonna search. Maybe estimation of number of pancakes is off. So usually it says like makes so many pancakes. Or, like, if they make the smaller ones instead of, like, the big full-size ones. I know when I look at, like, the protein ones, they make, like, mini ones for whatever reason. I guess they cook up nicer. So it could be that too, just the size of the pancake. If you're making little minis, we'll just get more of them. My youngest once made an accidental, like, 10 times batch or something. Little dollar pancakes, yeah, maybe. I once unintentionally doubled cookie recipe? Mm. That's not a bad thing to double up on. No. No, no, no. Cookies for days. Me too. I think most of us have, but this boy, his math was way off, did he? Feels like he moved a decimal the wrong way. Double cookies. I'm with you, Life of Madness. How are you? Welcome in. We are working on, this is a Kingdom Death mini, but we're making him Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. So this is the art that it comes with. And then I'm pulling in some of the anime art. What are you up to? Bad for keto, that's true. I actually thought of you, Limus. I got the Fairlife protein shakes, and they're pretty good. I got the chocolate ones. And I threw some espresso in it, and it's pretty noms. Pretty noms. Double cookies. Cookies for like a day in my house. That's true. That's true. Just because you've made more doesn't mean it lasts longer. That's true. I like pancakes, but there's better meals for protein. I was doing just like some of the freezer ones so I didn't have to make my own, but with my stupid gluten-free, I should probably make my own. I just haven't yet. My protein muffins are pretty good though. I'll stick with those for a bit. I put 2 cups of flour instead of 1. I was very confused why it didn't become a dough until I looked at the recipe again. I was like, wait, 1 cup had to double the rest. Oops. Oops. At least you saw it before, like, it went into the oven and stuff. And you're just left with these awful, assuming very dry cookies. At least you noticed beforehand. Alright, I'm gonna bring our red down to the boots. That's what it is in the box art, and I think that makes sense with what we've got here. With how we're kind of mix and matching armor stuff. Makes sense to bring the red down here. Why is my cookie no sand consistency? Yeah, not quite what we're looking for. Bigger anyway, so I kind of have to. Small people don't need much for what? For pancakes? I'll eat those pancakes. So good. You can mix them with sugar-free pudding mix. You can use them in the ice cream machine. I've seen yeah, or the ninjas, the creamy that makes the ice cream. Pop them in the freezer and let them get kind of frozen works. Oh, if I could get a protein frosty. As we're talking about it. Like, I'm not huge on ice cream, but every now and then would be nice. I definitely don't make it enough to, like, get a creamy or whatever, but like a protein frosty would be pretty good. Alright, he's got, like, armor on the tops of his boots, I guess. Is that a knee? Where exactly is your knee, friend? I guess it's just below the knee. We'll get that too. Get our blue back out. It was a dead giveaway, yeah, I would imagine. My knees, I was trying to figure out where exactly. I think they're right here. So I guess we're still on shin for armor. It's kind of hard to judge where everything is. I think the boy added a lot more of the baking powder ingredient. It was all we had, so he ended up adding enough to make a billion batches. It worked out anyway. trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to try. The, like, protein powder. You basically sub it in for a bit of your flour is what it ends up happening. I think it's been mostly breakfast stuff I've been looking at. Like, lunch and dinner, it's easy for me to get protein. Just pick a meat. Breakfast is a little tougher because I don't always want something that heavy first thing in the morning. This is legit like a protein frosty. I need to get on that. How's your weekend? Well, I figure out what we're doing next here. I think we should probably start our brown highlights. Let me get a couple colors out for that. I'll get a couple for the non-metallic too. Over here. I think I want to go like Gorthor, Baneblade. There's Baneblade. Hope I can find any of. What is this? Oh. Where is this color, chat? Where'd you guys put it? There we go. Hopefully that's still good. It looks iffy. I need to replace like all of my. Oh wait, I did have it out. I'm a dum-dum. We found it. Okay. Alright. Let's get some highlights started. What does everyone have planned for the rest of today? Anything going on, chat? I've got a workout, and I've got some work to do here after stream. I need to make some more gosh darn TikToks. I just have not wanted to lately. At all. And that's bad as a content creator. I should be, you know, making some content. It's been very difficult. As I work around this, I'm just going to pull in some parts to do the highlight. I don't want to lose the darker brown, so I'm not doing highlights on every single little fold, but where the light's catching it. Try to do some highlights. I'll work on his little shoesies. I guess the other thing we have today is the pre-order article for Games Workshop. Do we have any guesses, chat? We had, what, Cathay last week? So, went to Old World. Is it Heresy time, we think? Getting close to end of month. I'm so out of the loop. I think it might be Heresy time. Especially if it's a 2-week pre-order. I don't know what's out or not out or upcoming at this point. That's fair. I only remember Heresy being the big summer thing, so it's about that time. Hey, Ghost Sonics, welcome in. It's it has been tougher here as I'm just not as into Warhammer at the moment, but I do know Heresy's coming, so that'll be my guess. General Space Wolf release, Horse Heresy, more Knights. That's true. I guess Knights would be the other thing we could expect. Yeah, I think maybe it's Heresy time. I guess we'll find out here in about half an hour. Stupid hair. Or just, yeah, just a random Black Library day. That's the one that always gets us. We're like, it'll probably be this. And it's like, here are 3 books. Enjoy. Oh, okay. Alright. Let's do the same kind of purple wash on our red. For the ones on his boots, sorry. Speaking incomplete thoughts. Looking at him now, I think we got a good mix of the box art and of Jinshi himself. I think we did it, Chad. Obviously, we still need some more highlights and some more work to go, but liking what I've got at this stage. It's gonna be a lot of work to finish. Thank you, thank you. I was trying to think if there is a good Kingdom Death mini for Mao Mao. There is one that's kind of like a cat, but it's more of a pinup, which really doesn't suit Mao Mao at all. I was trying to think if there's one we could do, but it's got like the cat ears and stuff. It was a thought. We'll have to find something for her. I didn't pull the other brown that I needed, so we'll do that in a little bit. We'll go ahead and keep working up the leather straps. I just had Baneblade. Where did it go? You guys watched me. Keep working up the brown. Just get it off the old to-do list here. We'll never tell. How dare you? Well, I'm on to you, and I found it. Chat always stealing my paint. I think Panda keeps eating them. Oh, dang it. Can't get me that easy, Slam. Not that easy. I don't think we've got anything else for stream. Just Fantasy Life on Wednesday. I'm excited to try. I've heard a lot of good things. Has anyone else played Fantasy Life? Seems like another good cozy game. Like I mentioned for Rune Factory, it's been kind of nice just turning my brain off with those types of games. How's the Hoyo Honkin' farming been going? I mentioned this earlier. I ended up liking Rune Factory a lot more than I thought I would. Normally, the farming games, I kind of hit a point where I get bored. But I think this one's got, like, enough of a story to, like, keep me kinda going, and then, like, enough combat to keep me playing. And then, yeah, just with everything else going on, it's been a nice little distraction. But I've enjoyed it quite a bit. I would consider going back to get some of the other Rune Factory games. I've heard this one's a little bit more streamlined, so I think some of the, like, systems in the mainline games are a little bit more complex. So I'm kinda curious, like, how different it is. But yeah, I've considered picking up some of the older ones. I think 4 is supposed to be really good, people liked. We're honking all over, that's right. It's been fun. I liked it more than I thought I would. I figured it would be like, "Oh, I'll play it on stream to check it out and maybe play a little bit more," and now it's all I'm playing, so worked out nicely. Not content with the waifu gacha and Magic the Gathering. He's not involved in virtual waifu gacha? That's right. Oh, I'm sorry, I saw Scott felt it. I was about to mention he did. He was checking it out. I don't think he like, I asked him what he thought, and he's like, "Oh, it's just like Genshin." So I don't think he'll stick with it, but I think he was just looking for something else to play. Red. That's what I'm doing. Got distracted. Because I was curious. I don't actually have watched whether or not I didn't know what the combat was like. I guess it's more Genshin. It's, what was I saying? I don't know, Slam, sorry. I babbled a bit there, sorry. I just meant he probably won't keep playing. Oh, I'm sorry, Genshin. I got you now, sorry. I foiled your joke, I'm sorry. Just like Genshin Impact. It's alright, I laughed to myself, I'm good. You know, between that and Longma coming out, it's all coming up Slam. It's all coming up Slam. Alright, let's do another red highlight. Just gonna keep crushing here. No one in the GW office, not a single person put up their hands. Like, I was trying to think, it's like, are we... The people designing, would they not be on the interwebs? This might not be what we want it to sound like. I feel like maybe that's the, maybe that's what it is. We need some younger designers in there. Tadpole, welcome in. How are you today? We are working on, this is a Kingdom Death mini, but we are painting him as Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in a bit. If I do go off screen again, just tell me. I'm still trying to get used to the new setup. And I know that I wandered off a bit earlier. But I feel like it needs to be enhanced. First time they showed it was involuntary. My subconscious lizard brain just took over my vocal cords. Yeah, I think they're too old. I think they're too old to even know that that could be a thing. We need some younger designers in that design room for G-dubs. The boomers are in the design room. We need at least, like, I don't know, 2. Get a couple millennials and Gen Z in the design room. It's like if they released a Space Marine character named Justarian D's or something. Yeah, we just need some more Gen Z in there. Just one. Just one to okay the decisions. You would think with, you know, more of the streaming and stuff, you'd have one, but seems not. Seems not. It's giving Scrotum Eddie. It's entertainment for me. I would say maybe not. Maybe maybe we don't say anything and we just enjoy it. We just enjoy it. Then I just think about the other one. What was your favorite part? The Longma. Alright, it's also got like it's got like the tiara, but also like a headband. Let's go ahead and get that before I forget it. Starting to get there. We do need that darker brown though, so let me get that real quick. Not like he's gonna get used to banning me. Slam's just constantly on timeout. Do Rhinox, and we'll pull out, we'll do Screaming Skull. Shafty. We'll mix the rest, I have a feeling. I mean, you haven't done it yet? I know it's harder now that I gave you a sword, but, you know. Keep an eye on you. Keep it in mind. It's recurring loop timeout. You get like half a second to say something in between. Otherwise, you're out. Unmod slam. Surprised Scott hasn't done it. You know, if Confurioso had the power and Exalted had the power, it would have happened. Alright, we're gonna add. I'm thinning out some Rhinox hide, and I'm gonna use it as a shade for all of our gold. I'm gonna start shading all of this down so that we can start highlighting it a bit and do more of the fun stuff. I just want this to fill in between all of the details and give us a little bit darker gold to start with. Come back and lighten it up in a bit. I would have seen one frame of stream with him as editor before I was perm. I am excited with the Space Marine 2 stuff coming back up. Is that this week? This week? Hop in with them at some point. I'm gonna be rusty as hell, but hopefully they'll still take me. I wish I could tell you I'm forever unclear what week it is at the moment. I feel that. I realized that, like, my schedule for things is very much like, okay, well, Tuesday I have this, and, like, Thursday I have this, but, like, what date is that? Couldn't tell you. I have no idea. Gotten really bad about it. Chat, anyone else in the same boat? I feel like it's just been ever since COVID. The only time I ever see, like, what date it is, like, if I'm uploading something to YouTube and I have to put, like, what day it was on stream. Otherwise, I have no idea what the date is. Which is gonna get me in trouble, but one day closer to death, but also tomorrow till come fighting souls. I think I'm gonna get it. I wanna try it. I wanna play it. Chat, where are my gamers at? Anyone else interested in the new Marvel fighting game? It's a quiet day today. Chat, we all doing okay? I'm quiet today. Let's see. Still crappy internet, looking to move by the end of the year. Master says, I can't remember the lesson plans for my class, and I make the damn things. Squeeze those cooking in the heat, yep. I was telling Scott I need to get my, like, slow cooker recipes out because I don't want to cook in the heat as well. Like, we got stuff to do burgers, like, on the grill, and I just haven't wanted to do it because it's too nasty. I don't want to stand out there with it. I got stuff for, burgers and, like, jalapeno poppers, and we haven't done it because I don't want to stand out there. They need to put in the 4-player team mode where each player controls a character. That would be wild. Let me be on a team. Well, I've been cooking in the oven the last week or so, yeah. I actually contact the tattoo artist. Yes. Do it. I was telling Scott, and this is, like, dangerous, I'm feeling the itch for another one as well. Like, I'm trying to pay off, trying to pay off some bills before I do another one, but it's time. I need another therapy session. I'm feeling it. I'm ready. What are you gonna get, mouse bait? Do we know? Still working through that? My first says I have chicken, but I have no clue what I want to make with it. Chicken's hard because, like, you can basically make anything, but it's still just chicken. I get tired of chicken. I have a question. Now that you've experienced that itch people say they get when you start getting tattoos, do you have an idea of your mind why you have the compulsion to get more? Trying to think how I'd explain it. Someone who's never had a tattoo. For me, it's very therapeutic, which is definitely part of it. I hear that you do, but people rarely vocalize. It's hard to explain. I'm gonna try my best here. There's something about the process that's very therapeutic for me in that, like, then my artist is also really cool. So, like, part of it is social because we just go and, like, she plays D&D, she plays video games. So, like, I don't want to say a friend because that's very, like, parasocial, but, like, part of it is hanging out. Like, she's really sweet and it's nice to go hang out with her. Um, and I like her art, obviously. I want more of her art on me. But yeah, part of it's been very therapeutic for me, and it's like an experience I can't really describe if you haven't done it. I wish I could explain that better. It's the whole process, like, as a process, I think is part of it. It's, yeah. Like, I joke, but, like, legitimately, it's like a therapy for me. Yeah, going in because it's kind of like it's body autonomy, it's like, I'm picking what I'm putting on there, and there's a little bit of that without getting, like, too heavy into any conversations, but it's a little therapeutic for me, and I think for a lot of people. It's a very unique experience, yeah, it seems to properly grip people. I think also I've always wanted a lot of tattoos, so, like, I don't feel finished until I get some more in what I want. Like, if I kind of finish up what I want, then maybe it wouldn't be as big a draw, but I've always wanted them, so. So mesh worker digs ass with the pain and tattooing there is a therapy to it, and I wish I could explain that in a way that doesn't make me sound a little crazy. Uh, yeah, endorphins is part of it. Yeah, it absolutely. Oh no! Just broke his sword. Oh well. Yay, resin, chat. Well, we'll put that back on later. Was not paying enough attention, that sword poking out. Humans been tattooing their bodies for a very, very long time. Yeah, there's, I wish I could explain it better, but that's definitely part of it. And then, yeah, I've wanted sleeves for as long as I knew what sleeves are, so now that I know the process and, like, how it works, just ready to go get more of it. I think that's honestly because, like, I put them off for a long time. I think the hardest part is just not knowing how it works, like, having to reach out to an artist, how it's gonna feel because it feels different for everyone. So once you kinda see how it works, then it's just a lot easier to go get more as well. It's like, "Oh, this isn't nearly as bad as, like, maybe I've heard it is, or, like, other people have said it is." It's surprisingly easy to get something permanently on your body. So I think kind of getting past that initial hurdle is also part of it for those who like tattoos. Now you know how easy it is, so it's easy to go back and get more. Like, my artist makes it insanely easy. Like, I have a once she kind of approves, like, what we're doing, I basically just she has a calendar, and I just put myself on the calendar. That's how easy it is to spend money. So I just pick a day, and then I go spend more money. Like my oldest sister's the one with the tattoo. Say that lightly, because she has the teeniest, tiniest little heart. If anyone has any questions, if anyone's on the fence, I love talking about tattoos, and I'm happy to share from my experience, but they've been very, very therapeutic for me. If anyone has questions, I'm happy to answer. Unfortunately, mine are all on the arm, so I can't if you're looking at somewhere else, I can't help with that, but, like, I don't have any other spots to be able to compare pain or anything like that, but I'm happy to share what I have done. While I do that, I'm just highlighting our gold. So what I did is I took our yellow we were using, and I've added a little bit of our Screaming Skull to kind of make a mid-yellow here. And then I'll come back with some white a bit later. And it's just gonna be kind of hopping in between and adding our highlights, blending it back out, and then we'll add that shine at the very end. Get our contrast where it needs to be. But yeah, sorry. Tattoo talk took over, but if anyone has any questions, let me know. I'm very passionate about it, if you can't tell. They've helped me tremendously. I think part of it also goes into, like, I've been working out more. So, like, being proud of my arms and now being proud to show them off with art has been huge for me. So that's kind of part of it with me too. Been on the fence for a while. Just need to had 2 friends to set a date with me. Do it. Do it. I'm glad you've got people to talk to as well, Jesse. I'm sure they will say similar things than that I have. Frickin' huge, that's the plan. That's the plan. The only thing I need help with is talking to the it can be hard. Yeah, it can be hard. I think I lucked out in that my artist had and I think more of them are doing it. She had, like, a Google Doc, and it's essentially like, "If you're interested, fill this out, and then I'll get in touch with you." And all the Google Doc was like, "Here's my contact information." I attached some references for what I wanted and, like, any other like, how big I wanted it. But, like, the form walked me through everything that she would need. So, I would see if there's an artist you're looking at, Mousebite, see if they have a similar form to fill out. That made it super easy. My friend has a tattoo shop 2 miles from me. Amazing artist, some stunning work. My Instagram has just become tattoos. Now that I'm not doing as much Warhammer, my, like, whole Instagram feed is different artists I've found. I just love looking at their stuff. Thank you, Slam. Slam's just over there. Longma, goober, got him. Thank you, Slam. There's a guy in my gym, former Royal Marine, covering tattoos, but it was not a single one. It's very jarring. I actually saw some ladies on TikTok like complaining about that. That like they'll find a guy that's like tattooed and they're just not interested. And it's really funny. It's like a opposites attract sometimes. Ordering a tattoo like ordering a pizza online. That's the danger line. She made it too easy. It's too easy to be like, yes, I can be there at 2:00. Here is your money. I'll see you then. She made it too easy. It's just a revolving door of stupid phrases. That's okay. You said that, and I said more in my head that like the inside jokes we have. Migration's gonna be those words. Yep. If I recall correctly, the modern armed forces U.S. recently said, "Oh, no tattoos." So now, everyone go get a tattoo. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, go get a tattoo. I'm gonna say put something on your hands, but like those will fade. But make something really, really obvious. Look at that. My sister had crippling anxiety in the days before online ordering. She was not capable of calling a pizza place, ordering the phone. I still have that some days. The doctor, I hate calling the doctor's office. I hate it. If I can order online, I absolutely will. Yeah, I absolutely will. Especially if like I don't know, like if I haven't been somewhere before and I don't know what they need from me. If I can do that online, I sure will. What's the whole point of certain regiments that they had crests that people went out of their way to get tattooed on them? And it was after becoming, yeah, I don't know about that. But I don't know a lot of military stuff, so. I just mean certain locations, I forget. My son looked into it a while ago, plus you can easily just change them up if I want to. Alright. Getting there. Yeah, if you got a cab on your hands, they'd probably not draft you. Yeah, it's probably a safer one to get. Yeah, I'll help you keep you out. Maybe it's the media giving the wrong idea. They would never. They would never. Lurking and twerking sounds good. And we'll keep painting. Thanks for hanging out, Slam. I appreciate it. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. I'm gonna ask again for friends who have come in. What have we been up to this weekend? We took a very lazy day yesterday, play some games, and trying to still get stuff around the house just kind of picked up. For some reason, Sadie stopped wanting to play outside as much, so I've been trying to get her outside a bit more. Now she's, we had a soccer ball that she, like, stopped playing with, and now she's starting to play with it again. Of course, as soon as I say that, Scott comes home. There's Sadie in the back. So I've been trying to get her outside to, like, just kick the soccer ball around a bit. Noob, hello, how are you? We are working on some Kingdom Death. We're taking... I already broke a sword. But we're taking... Sadie's so loud. We're taking the Lunar Twilight Knight, and we are putting him in the Apothecary Diaries. So this is Jinshi from the anime, and I'm using that as our inspiration. So kind of smushing the two schemes together. How are you? Because she's hot, not a dumb dog. It is. It is. I only want to do it, like, in the morning with her, because otherwise, yeah, it's too hot, especially with all that fur she's got. What was I doing? Noob came in and got distracted. Why did I pick out this brown? Oh, okay. We're good now. It's 800 degrees outside. Of course it is. I meant before it started getting hot. Yeah, for some reason she just... Because we used to kick around. She's got, like, a big hurting ball. And I don't know if maybe it bounced back and hit her or something, but she didn't want to play with it anymore. And now she's finally wanting to play out there a little bit more. But yes, we're very careful and only out there for a little bit because it's too hot. I keep going off screen. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to, with the new setup, maybe I just shift my camera over a little bit. But I've been able to go outside with kids in the afternoon really at all, even if it's not stormy. Yeah. Like, I try to do, like, before stream, I'll take her out there because it's, like, 8:30-ish in the morning. Then it's not too bad. Definitely not the afternoon. Unless she's just got too much energy to burn. But then we're not out there very long. That's not a strap. No, that's not a strap. Damn it. Keep getting distracted. Let me fix that real quick. Slapping layers on a ReaperCon entry as I listen along. We feeling good, noob? Gonna get it done in time? We've had a handful of people in here talking about ReaperCon. I'm excited to see your entries. Entry? Maybe multiple? I feel like ReaperCon's one where people do a lot of multiples. Because I got so many categories. Okay, let's come back with our highlight too. I made a mess of that. Alright, I think I do want to go ahead and add some of the white on the armor, just to kind of see where that's at. He's getting there. Getting there. I feel like, especially with non-metallic, there's definitely, like... I'm not happy for a while, and then I finally get the contrast where it needs to be, and then I'm happy. It takes me a little bit. Anyone else working on different competition pieces? ReaperCon? I was trying to remember if there's any Warhammer ones coming up. We've got what? Gen Con is coming up. I guess the GTs would be the other one. Oh, we got Space Wolves. We are a-wooing. All right, chat. Let me take a quick break from him. We'll go look at the Space Wolves. While Sadie, the Space Wolf, comes in. Let me hop on over. Meow. Kind of. I do wish it was easier to pull OBS over with me. We'll get this figured out, chat. At some point. You didn't open in the right window. Hold on, chat. You're supposed to open in this. I'm surprised it's not heresy, though. The wait continues. It's going to so happy with the Space Wolves. Every time I see the models, but I read God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Liam. This is what you get for all, making fun of me with the Leviathan so many times. That's what I'm standing by. Okay. Where am I? Window capture. Growing pains with the new setup. Sorry, chat. I'm almost there. I'll go with that. Why don't you fit in the freaking... I'm angry now. No, go away. Okay, here. I think we're set. Sorry. It's true. It's fine. There's even a minute. Unless, I mean, have you like thought about maybe printing some? Oops, before we start in here, wrapping up Painter's entry and not Sister of Battle, the Reaper Maids. Then it's into dioramas. Nice, nice, nice. Blame Slam. Yep. Yep. All right, here we go. Sunday preview. Howl with the Wolves of Fenris. Woo! We've got Codex Supplement Space Wolves. The Sons of Rest have truly incredible miniatures to look at. Just see them out there, Savage Dust is on the tabletop. You need some rules too. Rules the new Codex Supplement Space Wolves has in abundance. Not only will you find updated datasheets for specialist Fenrisian units and new detachments to contain them, there are also pages of in-depth background lore and miniature galleries to immerse yourself in. Require a copy of Codex Space Marines to get full use out of this product. I still hate that. I still hate how they've done that, if I'm honest. You can pick up the normal hardback copy as always. If you fancy yourself a true Space Wolf, there's also an ornate collector's edition coming alongside the regular version. It's simultaneously bold and refined, much like the Space Wolves themselves, with gold foil details, page edges, and a black ribbon bookmark to keep your place. 2 army books to play your army. Yeah, I hate it. I don't like it. Don't like it. I do like the new Logan Grimnar, though. The High King cometh, and he counts an imposing figure flanked by 2 loyal Fenrisian wolves. Logan Grimnar is a hero beloved across the Imperium and commander of surpassing skill, able to strategize from the rear lines just as readily as he leads assaults from the front, swinging the axe Morkai, rending down entire companies of foes. The single option miniature comes with an 80 mil round base, packs tons of detail into every crevice of his majestic character. The bar is in negative space. Release the collectors. Yeah, isn't just the normal edition without the Warhammer logo. Big true. I'm glad other art is being pulled in. We were talking about Niall earlier today, so Niall Stormcaller with the burp. Whip up a vicious storm as the greatest rune priest of them all, Niall Stormcaller. He uses his massive psychic might to simultaneously support allies and slay enemies, raising the elemental winds to propel his followers into combat, even as buffeting gales reduce range of enemy weapons. Single option miniature comes on a 40 mil base. That's right, Nigel. But I'm glad he is now out of resin. If I were playing, I would be very excited for this. Arjack, another one coming out in. Gonna look interesting in yellow. Live Madness is gonna make me paint them all yellow. Arjack. As personal champion of Logan Grimnar, Arjack Rakfus has felled countless enemies in his long career, often surprising them by hurling his deadly foe hammer like a bolt of divine lightning. He's unstoppable in the attack and immovable in the defense, decked out in a suit of tastefully decorated Terminator armor, plays homage to his past as an Iron Priest. His miniature comes on a 40 mil base, can be assembled with foe hammer held or being thrown, which is pretty sick. If I got this many, I'd be throwing a hammer. Is Hammer the name of Gandalf's sword? I don't actually know. Can't believe some of the GW team might be nerds like that. How could they? How could they? I don't actually know. We do have a new wolf priest, though. Wolf priests safeguard their brother's spiritual and physical well-being, acting as a combination of other chapters' apothecaries and chaplains. They heal wounds and soothe souls, traditional poultices and balms, before whipping their fellow space wolves into a killing fury with exhortations of rage bellowed from behind their macabre wolf skull masks. This plastic miniature may be assembled with either an Absolver bolt pistol or an obsidian ritual dagger in their right hand, as options for helmeted and unhelmeted heads. I hadn't actually seen the dagger. That's kind of neat. GW never steal from other fiction, especially when, they make the Middle Earth minis. Oh, it's glam. Look at these nerds in the chat. It's glamdring? Glamdring? Gotta still nerd myself. Nerd traditions are intact. Look at you. Look at this chat. Proud of you. Alright, let's look at the Wolfguard Battle Leader. Junior officers known as the Space Wolves as battle leaders are trusted sub-commanders given responsibility over several hunting packs, in much the same way as other chapters' lieutenants. Each one is a worthy warrior of immense skill, tailoring their equipment to bring down the harshest foes in glorious coast combat. Multi-part plastic miniature comes with options for a master-crafted power sword or the thunder hammer in one hand, heavy bolt pistol, plasma pistol, or storm shield in the other. Includes 1 helmeted and 2 unhelmeted head options. Get some options. Ladies. Yeah, faux hammer, the fake hammer. Also got Wolfguard Terminators. Veteran Wolfguard warriors often take to the field in heavy Terminator armor, adorned with trophies from their many years of service. They fight at the very tip of the spear, teleporting right into enemy lines, as unnatural as such tech weird is to their kind, sowing death wherever they step. Multi-part plastic kit contains 5 Wolfguard Terminators can be assembled with Storm Bolters or Storm Shields, options for Assault Cannon and Power Fist on one miniature, a Relic, a Great Axe, or a pair of Lightning Claws for the Sergeant. Also has 5 helmeted and 13 unhelmeted heads. That's a lot of options. A lot of options. Shout out to Blood Angels, the only supplement chapter to not get their own special Terminators. It's okay, Slam. You can vent here. This is a safe place. Vent away. We've also got the Wolfguard Head Takers with puppies. Those Wolfguard who want to take down enemy commanders and champions as quickly as possible issue the size and weight of Terminator armor for lighter, more mobile gear. They wield wicked power weapons and shields to break through tough enemy lines while the loyal Fenrisian wolves surge around the flank to fall upon distracted prey. This multi-part plastic kit comes 3 Wolfguard head takers, 3 hunting wolves, which are formed to a single unit. Each head taker can be built with either a power weapon and storm shield or paired power weapons. The set comes with 3 helmeted and 6 unhelmeted heads. Yeah, I like old termies. That's true. Scott bringing up a good point. With how everything else went, did you actually want Terminators? We've also got the Blood Claws. Rather than teaching their fresh recruits patience and flexibility in the scout companies, Space Wolves strap them into full-size suits of power armor, point them in the direction of the enemy, with honor and advancement earned at the tip of a blade. These units of Blood Claws are thus wild and impetuous, eager to prove themselves and lay the founding stones of their future sagas. Multi-part plastic kit contains 10 Blood Claws with a variety of customization options, head, shoulder pads to a full suite of weapons for the squad sergeant. We formed into squads of up to 20, so buy 2, they say. Buy 2. Then we got the Grey Hunters. Once the Blood Claws have burned out their aggression in the fires of experience, they can join the ranks of the Grey Hunters, disciplined and adaptable infantry with the Predator's cunning and bottomless determination. Some content themselves with capturing and holding objectives. They can switch their legendary Fenrisian ferocity back on at a moment's notice when the prey show up spoiling for a fight. This kit contains 10 Grey Hunters with vast assortments of customization options, including helmeted and unhelmeted options, weapon options for the Sergeant. We've got cards and dice. If you guys need some dice. The drop pods. Slam into battle and get fighting from the word go with this pack of 2 revitalized drop pods, redesigned to be easier to build and cause fewer fights over how large they actually are. These new pods are built with the doors fixed downwards for easier deployment, with extra iconography included for the Ultramarines, Space Wolves, Imperial Fist, Black Templar, Raven Guard, Dark Angel, and Blood Angels. There you go, Slam. New Blood Angel kit. Kit contains 2 drop pods with extra pieces of rubble provided to accessorize their legs. We've also got a made-to-order shrine statue for Kill Team. Fight beneath the stony splendor of an imperial saint with towering shrine statue for kill team. Large and impressive terrain piece coming soon on a made-to-order basis. Iconic heavy terrain was last seen in the Blood and Zeal box set, is now returning to pre-orders as a standalone statue for a limited time. As a made-to-order item, the terrain statue will be available for 10 days, beginning on the 28th of June, and may take 180 days to arrive. The 20 Primaris Marine Squad sounds kind of busted, then again, I'm not up on the rules. I don't think I've ever taken more than, like, the minimum I need for troops. Like, I just take everything I want and then fill with... no decals mentioned in here. Not a fan of the unclosing drop pod. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. Alright, we also got Black Library, Dawn of Fire, Silent King. Sorry, I was reading through here. First phase of the Indominus Crusade is drawing to a close. Yet Robote Gilliman still faces war on many fronts. Desires to cross the Great Rift and bring salvation to the Imperium Nihilus is strong. Despite this, he is drawn to the Galactic South. Where the Necrons are building their power within the Pariah Nexus, whispers talk about the return of the Silent King. Final chapter of the Dawn of Fire series has with Guy Haley's The Silent King. So multiple formats, including the special edition with the leather effect cover, rounded spine, and foil text. Also has a gold ribbon bookmark, pieces of interior art, and a gold gilt page edge. Each copy is numbered, signed by the author. Features an introduction and notes for further reading by Guy Haley. This edition is available while stocks last. I think I'm there isn't a Silent King book. For some reason, I was like, that book's already out. That's why I got confused. I think I'm catching up here. Celestine's throwing up the grippers for free. That's right. No wonder it's so popular. It's a cool statue. But yes, also grippers. Space Soul stuff distant time. That's right, Ravenlord, you can add on. Also got Paragon of Faith and Other Stories. Looks like coming to different editions. Got Ravener the Omnibus, which would be a pretty big book, I would imagine. It's a thick spine. So coming to paperback and ebook. We have Above and Beyond. We've got Demon Hammer. I'm not going to read all of these. Sorry, chat. If you're more interested in the novels, you can read the synopsis here. Oaths of Damnations, Exorcist. Part of it is I never know if they're actually new books or just a new format, so I'm just going to keep scrolling. Everchosen, an audiobook. Warhammer Plus. Demek Boys Workshop returns with two of the team who paint armies for Battle Report, discussing large-scale hobby projects and tricks they use to complete dozens of miniatures to a high standard on time. Valerial and the Lady of Vines team up to squash some Magakin in an Age of Sigmar episode of Battle Report. Brightest Minds delve into a long history of the humble bolt gun. And then for this week, Horus Heresy. Looks like we'll get articles this week. And then Grand Cathay and Blood Bowl. So that's what I got this week. Have they managed to do the right Warhammer preview image? It's again not in the order, but they are correct. Ravener is a good... I need to read those. Like, I don't read a whole lot of the Warhammer stuff, but those are on my list. I would like to read, that set. I've got them, I think, in one of the Humble bundles. I have them, but I haven't read them yet. Alright, chat. Who's interested in Space Wolves? I know Ravenlord mentioned Space Wolves. Anyone else picking up some goodies? Never the order, but at least the content. That's right. It's baby steps. Baby steps. Just I don't understand. Small indie company. I don't understand. Gonna start this week with being an episode of Kill Lupercal. Is that one of the Warhammer Plus like shows? Unironically very happy with Space Wolf players. I wish I was interested in Warhammer because I'd be all over this release, but probably get the new Dawn of Fire book, likely Logan and the Terminators. It's between finally getting Emperor's Children and then Space Wolves getting their update. It's a very weird time to not be feeling Warhammer. I'll get to paint them all yellow. That's true. That's true. I'll take what I can get, I suppose. All right. Speaking of, we got to go back and work on some yellow with our non-metallics. Let me hop back over to the paint desk and we'll keep on cruising. Throw this back on the monitor. Is it the year of Nikki? It should be. It should be. Your last experience with Slanesh was the chariots? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they were cool when they were done. Just waited a year so I could have done Fulgrim, yep. Yep. I still prefer the Heresy Fulgrim, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's way cooler. Glad my wallet is safe and happy for the Space Wolf players. 11th edition will change everything. I feel like it's just going not the way I want it to, unfortunately. I think I just have to, cut my loss, unfortunately. That's okay, it happens. I'm just doing a bad job of coping with it. It happens. I'm sure 11th will reduce the number of books people need. Yeah, where I don't need my Space Wolf Codex and my Space Marine Codex. I just right off the bat immediately know. Immediately know. T-Dubs, welcome in. How are you? It's chip-based. Okay, I saw that, I think, in one of the CEO streams, and I thought it was just one of their emotes. Is that a new global? Did he find his way to 2 emotes? It's a global. Oh my gosh. Amazing. I hadn't seen that. Yeah, I just figured it was a CEO emote. He's far too strong. He's too powerful. It was fun getting to see him play in a couple. I think he did a couple of the games. He was in one of the older Street Fighter. And then I think current Street Fighter. I think he played 6 and one of the older ones. It's fun to watch. Okay, I gotta mix more of those highlights. Sorry, chat. I'm not ignoring you. I just need to mix this yellow. Okay. I don't need any books for 10th. I don't have one, so Steve's. I don't know if that's better or worse. As our Votan player, T-Dubs is like, well, I don't even have a book, so not a problem. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah, it makes things easy, but having to own both books is annoying. Yeah. I still don't like the app. Not gonna lie. Or at least the last time I used it. Because I couldn't have the full thing on a page. I had to keep going back and forth between units. Here's what's said about Horus Heresy. We no longer need a ton of books to play. They keep saying it. And then immediately going back on it. So, like, stop saying it. Why do you keep saying it? You're not fooling anyone. Like, I can still count the number of books I'm taking. You're not fooling anyone. It kind of stinks, all I do. Yeah, like, it's... Reaper, welcome in. How are you? That's alright, we got Wolf Tails. How are you? We are working on some Kingdom Death today. We are taking... This is the Lunar Twilight Knight. But we're painting him with an Apothecary Diaries twist. This is Jinshi from Apothecary Diaries. So kind of mashing the box art and the like anime art together for his uniform, for his armor. Looking forward to our codex. Yeah, be the you get to be the last one of this edition. There's always someone has to come in the very end of edition. Plus, we're about to know decent indexing. Oh, for the Horus Heresy. Trying so hard to not just rag on G-dubs today. Sorry, chat. I know it's not fun when streamers do it, but there's a lot of frustrating stuff that they do. And I'm over it. I'm over it. Reaper says, I'm taking a break from taking a hammer, to my truck, literally. Need to replace a wheel bearing hub. That doesn't sound fun. I don't know anything about any of that, but it doesn't sound fun. Quick update on the Goguru minis. The paperclip probably won't work. The minis are so small. Take me a few hours to paint both. Trying to think what else you could use that would be smaller. Chat, when you're pinning, what's the smallest? If a paperclip is too large. I think if paperclip is too large, I just don't pin, if I'm honest. I just slap a bunch of, like, some extra glue on it and hope for the best. Is there anything? Yeah, there's definitely a point where it's too small. You're not gonna be able to drill and leave enough room for whatever you're pinning with. These my corks in the silly putty that I have. Oh, a staple. Yeah. Well, there you go. Chat helpful. I think I would still admit defeat, but if you wanted to try the staple, you could. I would definitely be in the camp of just calling it a day. Well, you have to let us know what you decide to do, T-dubs. How well it works. I have not done a staple myself, but it sounds like my mouse bait might have. Should get a photo of it. It's probably the size of a little bit bigger than your fingernail. Oh, of the Grogu, yeah. Yeah, they're pretty small. From what I've seen of, like, other people working on them, they're pretty small. It just depends on the connection point, how much room you've got to work with. Now I'm planning to start browsing induction ranges and cooktops for our kitchen right now. Oh, that does sound fun, actually. Thanks for coming by, Reaper. We'll see you later. Hope appliance shopping goes well. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye for now. It's fun to look at new stuff. We also want to redo part of our kitchen, and I'm just after how well the bathroom remodel went, I'm just dreading it. Alright, let's start working on his face a little bit. At least get a layer of the skin started. He has very, very pale skin. I think I'm gonna I love this triad from Reaper, but apparently it's not a thing anymore. This bright skin triad. So it starts with a very kind of pink base coat, and then you kind of get the peachy as like the main color. And then the highlight dips a little bit more yellow. So you get like all these different shades for the skin, which I really like. But apparently they don't sell it as a triad anymore. So I tend to just keep it for like Kingdom Death. Because I like how it looks on the a lot of the Kingdom Death mini. Unfortunately, this one's a little clogged, so give me a sec. Because I use them for only certain projects, it's a little clogged. Yeah, I need my paint pokey. Let me grab it. Purging some of the stuff left behind by my family when they moved out of the house. Drowning and stuff they just abandoned. Oh, for past 5 years? Yeah, get that shit out. It must feel good. Like, we've been getting some of our old stuff out of here, and it feels good. I can only imagine getting other people's stuff out. Must feel really, really nice. I can throw it out of fear of repercussions. I mean, I'm that person that's like, come get it or it's gone. Like, if I don't want it, if you don't want it, it's going away. But I'm a little bit more direct. Alright, I think this bright skin's gonna be just what we need. We'll still do that little bit of a highlight with the other color. I'll find it after stream. I don't feel like digging for it right now. I think it's just what we need. I still do that my son's stuff, but they still live with me. I mean, Scott's parents did it. They were like cleaning out a garage. And they're just like, we have some of your shit. Come and get it. So we went and got it, and then we had to sort through it. My mom does it sometimes, where she gets like, she'll open up a closet and some of my stuff will still be in there. She'll just come over with a box. She's like, this is your problem now. Most of it ends up in the trash, but then I deal with it. Especially because I'm not a very, like... I keep some sentimental stuff, but not a lot. So it's usually, if you're bringing me something, it's gonna go in the trash. I have my parents' stuff, my older sister's and her partner's stuff, my younger sister's stuff, and her partner's stuff, as well as mine and my brother's stuff. Holy shit. That's a lot of stuff. That's a lot. Yeah, there's definitely a point where you're like, alright. Come get your stuff. It's not going to be my problem anymore. Kinda dreading when my dad passes, beyond the obvious. He has 2 grandmas, my mom's, and more at his house. Oh, stuff. I got you now, so yeah. He's been the one holding on to all the stuff, and now it's gonna have to go somewhere. JPIC, hello, how are ya? Hello. So, I don't know, feels like a very formal hi. Hello. What you up to today? We're working on some Kingdom Death. I'm trying to pull in kinda inspiration from Apothecary Diaries. So we're painting him as Jinshi. What are you up to? We need to start the, I didn't do any shading or anything on the back, so let's do that for his armor and stuff. My older sister's left some of her stuff in my younger sister's house in 2 containers. Like, just get rid of it. Yeah, there's definitely a point where, like, if you haven't needed it in this amount of time, you don't need it. Like, if you haven't called me looking for it, you don't need it. Alright, so this is more of that Skaven color. So this is Storm Vermin Fur, which is the lighter of the 2. And I like to use it for a shade on our Reckreath flesh. And then we'll come back in with that pallid, which flesh has a highlight. Chapik, what you up to? I'm concerned. Chapik's not telling us his plans. Concern. Alright, get this thin down a little bit. More highlighting. He does have that kind of red strap, that red, kind of the rope on the back as well, so we'll get that here in a minute. Making evil plans as always. See, that was my fear. Confirmed. Confirmed. Well, I hope you have a fun day with your evil plans, JPIC. Sounds like a good day to me. We're just doing a paint, and then I'll get back to my evil plans as well. It's nice to work on some Kingdom Death after all the Warhams here. Between the Night Commission and all these Imperial Fists. That's a lot of Warhams for not playing Warhammer. Nice to work on something else today. Get a little bit more of our Raghearth. blend some of this together. I'll ask since we've got some more friends in here with us. Anyone doing some hobby today? What projects have we got, chat? What's everyone working on? This week on stream, it'll be probably some more Kingdom Death. I will bring on the Imperial Fists to get some work on them as well. The next night project, I need to do airbrushing, but then we'll bring them on as well. I'm gonna do a little bit more highlight on his hair. I want that little bit of pure white for the lights hitting it. Kind of steal that from like the anime. They always do that real heavy highlight right where the light's hitting. Kind of channeling that. Building some more Blood Knights at the moment. Nice. Sounds like you're enjoying them. Alright, I do think our red also needs a tiny bit of orange. That's top highlights. Let me grab an orange real quick. Make sure there's not a puppy behind me. Let's go. This is like orangey red. That might be a little dark actually. Let's try. I'm gonna go with the orange fire instead. I don't think that orange red would be as much of a highlight as I want. Need a little extra. Yeah. That's better. Once that dries, it'll be nice. A little bit here on his belt. Obi. The other. And then this does loop around to the back like I mentioned, so we'll get that here in a second. And then the red will be in a good spot. Kind of the last like big thing we need to start is the sword. And you know, now that it's snapped off, it might be a little easier. It may have worked out for us. It was actually blocking a good part of this leg. So now that it's separate, we may do that and then attach it back at the end. Because the armor will need a little bit of a highlight. I don't think the blue armor needs a whole lot, honestly. We'll probably do a quick shade, especially for in between the plates. And then a quick highlight. So the blue armor needs work, the sword needs work, and then it's kind of... I'm just gonna mess with highlights at that point. Oh, and I guess the like lantern he's got. We haven't started yet either. To start that. I think that I'll keep. No, like the box art. It actually does bring in a bit of orange, which will work nicely with what we're doing as a highlight on the red. So probably stick to the box art for that. What I may go ahead and do while we're together is get a white base coat on that. Just looking dry. Uh-oh, I blobbed some Fenrisian gray on my Judiciary's knee the other day when painting this hourglass thing. It's tough when some of those pieces are so close together. It's frustrating. Hopefully you're able to get it clean back up. Alright, looks like the bottom is still black, so it's just kind of leave the top and the bottom for the black. I knew I should have left it off. That's a tricky. There's a good amount of detail, depending on how much time you want to put into the hourglass, too. Leaving it off so you can really put some time into it. Alright, and then in the art, he's got kind of the clouds, and some of that is coming off the top of the lantern thing, too. So, I think I'll leave that kind of like his shirt where it's an off-white. But we can get that, too, over here. Get it started, at least. Try to not do what we were just talking about and get it on his leg. So far, so good. Alright. I think, chat. I think I'm happy with how we've combined the two different kind of references. I think he's coming along. I do want to see what that looks like with the smoke. Go ahead and get that started. Try and decide if I do it for the base or if I just airbrush it for the base, because that would save me some time, but I don't know if it's worth firing up the airbrush for just that. It might not be. Maybe we just go ahead and hand paint it while we're here together. I feel like hand painting too, like the airbrush will be very smooth. I kind of want it to match what we're doing on the rest of him. We'll just go ahead and hand paint some of this. I actually see there's a spot with the printing that I didn't clip. Let's go ahead and clip that in between here. I don't think I saw it until the primer's on it. Too narrow for the clipper. Okay. It looks like in the art it's on the like stone face bases the Kingdom Death is on. I may make the actual base a different color, but because those are not sculpted here on the base. It's just flat, so I'll have to come up with something for that. What I may end up doing is just fading it to another color here at the front, because there's just not a lot of sculpted anything for past the smoke. It's also that same Rackra flesh that will highlight up to the kind of smoky colors. I kind of like that it matches. Like, it matches in the art. Like, his shirt is very similar color, but maybe we go a bit brighter in the smoke. So it doesn't just feel like a shirt. Make sure it's different enough that it's its own thing. But it's also a different texture, so we shall see. Maybe we shade it with more of a true gray than a brown gray. Alright, just been a really sloppy base coat. Super duper sloppy, just getting it started. Hey, Fierce Lion, how are you? Welcome on in. We're working on a Kingdom Death mini. We're bringing in an Apothecary Diaries color scheme for him, because he reminded me of a character from that, so we are painting him as that character. How are you? Gonna wrap up and get some lunch here in just a little bit. Alright, let's just gonna sit. Well, it's just a whole mess of wet paint that I don't wanna deal with right now. I did a massive sleep in. Good, I'm glad. Glad you got some extra sleep. Alright. I feel like maybe we take a little bit more time on his hair, and that's probably a good place to stop for today. We got a lot done on him. He's definitely one I wanna spend some time on, though, so might be a good place to wrap up for to get some more hair done. You too good, I'm glad. Anything planned for the rest of the day here? I've got a workout, and I've got some work to do. Maybe some more gaming later to get all my work done. Alright, the rest of the hair, I'm just adding some highlights where the light would hit it. I'll leave kind of behind him in shadow. That was a little strong. We'll have to blend that back out. That's okay though. I was gonna bike, then decided to take a lazy painting day. Let's go. That sounds great to me. We've been doing the opposite. We've been hiding inside because it's starting to get gross here in Texas. Starting to get hot. The humidity's been really high too, which is gross. I'm glad that you can do your biking when you feel like it. When you're up for it. All right, I gotta fix this paint one more time. Come on. Guess I need to start sorting this one upside down or about out. No. Okay, we have enough for like end of stream here, but getting bad. I don't know if you guys can hear her, but Sadie just came in and huffed. Think she's ready for more playing here after stream. Oh, okay, just blending into the highlights because I got a little heavy. Blend it out a bit. Kind of this in between the shadow. Trying really hard not to get it on his shoulder. It's kind of like the leg. It's right there and easy for a stray brush to smack it. Do like a little bit of a wet blend here while it's still drying. Yeah, that's what we needed. Get that blended a tiny bit. Definitely at the point where it's a lot of back and forth to get this where we want it. And that's okay. And then we really need to start more of his face. We've only done a layer for the skin so far. We need to start his eyes before I get too much further. I may save that for next time we work on him. Trying to decide if we bring him back tomorrow. Do you guys want to bring him back tomorrow and keep working on him, or you want to warhams it up? Kind of got him and Imperial Fists kind of scheduled for this week. couple more highlights, and I think I will go ahead and get lunch. Get my workout started. I think we made some good progress on him, though. Yeah, let's plan on bringing him back tomorrow, chat, and get him finished up. As I am not doing a lot of hobby on my own. We'll finish them together. Do you use blackout curtains when it's hot out? We have not. Um, I did kind of think about them the other day. I just sad when we don't get that light coming in, but we have some old ones, but I think they're bigger than like what we'd use now. I guess I'd have to take a look. Do you have some Fierce Lion? Do you like to use those? And they are very helpful, like when we did have them up. I miss having all the light. I feel weird, I like light too, yeah. Like, I feel weird having to, like, turn a light on when it's, like, bright out. Feels bad. 'Cause, like, the other day, I was just, like, sitting here in the dark because I didn't want the blinds open because it was so hot. So I'll turn on, like, my little gamer light or whatever. The very mood lighting, like that curtain I've got and things like that. I'll turn that on and just sit in the dark. Well, sometimes I kinda feel like I'm sitting in a cave, and I don't super love that. Oh, okay, I bought a liner to make one side. Yeah, let me know what you think. It can be helpful, but I just like having the daylight, so it's hard. Hard having to make the decision of what you want for the day. I mean, I don't get enough sunlight to begin with, so uh, Alright, chat. I think it's a good place to wrap up. I've got a fair amount we can still do tomorrow. We got the base drawing, so we can do, like, his, the smoky stuff. Actually, I kinda like this blue behind him. Maybe we fade that out for, like, the front of the base, and we'll just use that as a way to kinda tie that off where it's not sculpted. Just blend it in. But yeah, that's, cave feeling's fun for a bit, then it gets too depressing. Yeah, no, I'm with you for slime. It wouldn't be my first choice, but if it means I'm not melting, I can do it for a bit. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming to hang out. We got a lot done on our Kingdom Death mini. We'll bring him back tomorrow and keep working on him. So if you guys are enjoying the Kingdom Death, we'll bring him back tomorrow. If you guys want to come hang out in between streams, we have our Discord. I'm gonna throw a bunch of links here in chat for anyone who's interested. We also have my socials if you want to see what else we're working on. I'm behind again. Socials have been hard, but Blue Sky I'm a little bit more active, and then YouTube is where we have all of our VODs. We played the game Date Everything, which is now up on YouTube if you want to check that out. But all of the painting VODs and my short form content's on there as well. So I hope you have a good rest of the Sunday, good rest of weekend, and I will see you guys for more painting tomorrow. Bye for now.